Every day, millions of people wake up, and the first thing they do is compare. They scroll, they look, they measure, and without realizing it, they drink a silent poison. It doesn't burn your throat, it doesn't hurt right away, but slowly, it eats away at your joy, your confidence, your soul. This is a story about that poison, and about one person who finally decided to stop drinking it. His name was Adam, just an ordinary guy, but inside, he was at war. Every day, he would wake up and open his phone. The world greeted him with filtered smiles, perfect vacations, and success stories that weren't his. He didn't even realize it. But every scroll whispered a lie into his mind. You're behind. You're not enough. You're losing. He would close the app, but the echo stayed, like a quiet voice saying, "You should be doing more." He would see a friend buy a car, and suddenly his own felt old. He would see someone propose, and suddenly he felt lonely. He would see someone succeed, and suddenly he felt small. But Adam didn't know. He wasn't alone. We all live in that invisible cage, the cage of comparison. There's a reason your brain does this. Comparison is ancient. It was meant to protect you. Thousands of years ago, it helped humans survive, to see who had more food, more strength, more power. But today, that same instinct has turned against us. Now, your mind compares your behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel. Social media became the perfect weapon, feeding that primitive urge every single day. Every scroll is a shot of dopamine, and every post you see is a tiny reminder that you're less. But here's the truth. You're not falling behind. You're just following the wrong timeline. Life was never meant to be a race. You're not in competition with them. You're in conversation with yourself. One night, Adam couldn't sleep. He looked at himself in the mirror and whispered, "I'm so tired of feeling like this." That's when he remembered something his grandmother used to say. Flowers don't chase the sun. They just grow toward it. He didn't understand back then, but that night, it made sense. He realized he had been trying to bloom in someone else's garden. He had been watering his insecurities instead of his purpose. Every moment spent wishing he was someone else was a moment stolen from who he could become. So he made a promise. No more comparing, just creating, just becoming. The next morning, he deleted the apps. Not forever, but long enough to breathe again. He started journaling. Every page wasn't about what others had, but about what he wanted to build. He stopped asking, "Why not me?" and started asking, "What can I learn?" Slowly, something changed. He smiled more. He compared less. He began to notice beauty in small things again. The sound of rain, the warmth of coffee, his own laughter. He was becoming someone new, not because the world approved, but because he did. Comparison is a thief. It steals joy, time, and the very essence of who you are. It makes you forget that your journey is yours, that your path can't be measured by someone else's map. The truth is, you don't need to be better than anyone. You just need to be different from who you were yesterday. When you stop comparing, you start living. You stop performing and start becoming. You stop envying others' light and start shining your own. So the next time you feel small, remember, no one's timeline is the same. Some flowers bloom in spring, some in winter, but every single one still blooms. Stop drinking the poison, start watering your purpose, because the moment you stop comparing, you'll finally start living. If this story touched you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it and subscribe for more stories that awaken your soul.